Jay, so we learned of a decision by the powers that be who choose the final players or teams for the college football playoffs, that a decision was made to leave Florida State out of it, who essentially had an undefeated season, and they gave the seed to number 4 Alabama. So what are your thoughts on that?
They do any damn thing for Alabama. I've been talking about this forever, for years now. Alabama has I feel that, they've always, no pun intended, turned the tide in the direction of Alabama. And as soon as I saw that they beat Georgia, for them to jump from number 9 all the way to 4 was horrible, especially having a team like Florida State who didn't lose a game, who is in a major conference. It ain't like they're not in the major conference. They just do that type of thing for Alabama. This is the last year that this type of playoff would be going on in college football. I think it's going to go to 12 teams next year. But Alabama has gotten the better end of the stick a lot of times underneath the circumstances. So shout out to Florida State. They did a phenomenal job. I grew up seeing Florida State being an amazing program all the time from college football scenario. So for them to get back to this space of being somewhat of college football royalty, it's a dope thing to see. But Alabama, that whole situation with Alabama sucks. But I knew it was going to happen. We didn't know who was going to get jerked. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I thought it was going to be Ohio State, which they didn't make it in. But they shouldn't have not let this undefeated team not get it because they beat Georgia. They ain't blow Georgia out. It's one of those type of situations that, any given night that can happen. In Atlanta, neither one of them at their homes, in the conference championship, stuff like that. People can have a bad night, but it's not indicative of saying that they need to, even though they had a decent season, but they hadn't played Alabama type football, where they were super dominant and they lost to Texas early in the season with the same roster, everything like that. And Georgia was kind of beat up anyway. So Georgia at full strength would not have lost to Alabama, and they only beat them again by 3 points. And the way Florida State was running through people this year, they should have had that opportunity, and the college football fans should have had an opportunity to see a new team outside of Alabama being in that space.